Hey guys, welcome back to the Self-Care Punk channel. Today we're talking affirmations. So if you are someone where you find yourself lost in your mind, constantly thinking thoughts that are not very positive for yourself, things like, oh God, that was so stupid, or why can't you be better, or whatever those kind of thought patterns are that tend to run through your mind 24/7, those overly critical, those not very nice things, basically those things that you would honestly, if you were being honest with yourself, never want to say to yourself. Like, they're those thoughts that you would never want to say to a friend. So what's really, really great is there's actually a way to take over and reprogram those thoughts that run through your mind. I learned this from watching a shit ton of YouTube videos as well as through the recommendation of my therapist a few years ago. And it's one of the easiest things you can do to really flip the script and reprogram your mind to be better and kinder to yourself. This awesome trick, this awesome easy thing to do, it's called affirmations. They sound kind of like whatever. They sound too good to be true. They sound too easy to work, but I can promise you they literally will change your life. So coming up, we're gonna be talking about some affirmation suggestions. All right, guys, so the big thing that you wanna do is I would recommend an exercise where you actually sit down and start thinking about what are the things that you're actually struggling with. So a lot of the things that might come up for you are things like feeling of unworthiness, struggling with your body image, not feeling good enough, not making enough money, not being attractive enough, not being physical enough. There's a million things that you could be struggling with. And number one, you're not alone in that. There's probably at least millions of other people who are struggling with the same thing. So in that, hopefully that makes you feel a little better. But through this quick journaling exercise, it can really set you up for figuring out what are those core things that are at least right now top of mind for you that you'd like to reprogram. So what I'd like you to do here, so take that journal out, piece of paper, and this is gonna be a really uncomfortable exercise, honestly. Nothing really good is gonna be that easy, right? But I can promise you that this is very fruitful. So what I want you to do is take your notebook down and be really honest with yourself and start thinking about those things that run through your mind quite frequently. So if you've got one, be like, let's say you struggle with your body image. Write down like, I struggle with my body image, or whatever, or I think I'm not smart enough, or I'm not organized enough, or I'm always late, or I'm messy, whatever it is. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna then write an affirmation to counter that thought. So it's actually a pretty straightforward exercise. And so if you say things to your head like, oh, you're so fat, or like, you need to go to the gym more often, or you don't have that six-pack you were supposed to have a year ago, like whatever it is. Your affirmation can be anything, but it should be something that feels really good to you, that feels like right, and it'll oftentimes just come to you. So it could be something like, I love my body as it is today, or my body is perfect, like now. My body is beautiful. I love my body. Statements that have the word I in it are very, very powerful. And what's really fascinating is if you look up other YouTube videos, and I'm not a psychologist, but I read a lot about this, the concept of the subconscious mind. Basically, think of it as a really intense computer that you don't necessarily have direct access to, because your conscious mind is where you're actually cruising around on the computer per se. The subconscious mind, though, is where all the programming is. And a lot of that is from all of your experiences basically coded in that are affecting your present day. So a lot of your experiences that have led to you perhaps to believe throughout your life that you don't have a great body, or whatever the mantra is that you're gonna work on. And so what these mantras or these affirmations are going to do over time is reprogram your subconscious mind. Sounds too good to be true, but I can promise you through personal experience and through reading about it in psychology books, hearing it from therapists, as well as the countless self-help, wellness, and self-healers on YouTube and whatnot, that these things do work. But the big thing is that you have to commit to actually practicing them. It's actually very easy. And so easy enough where we're gonna do a quick exercise where, of course, I set my block. Oh, here it is. Got it. So all you need, you don't need anything, but what I like to do is whiteboard markers, either on the bathroom mirror or like behind me, I've got a mirror in the living room. This is a great way to keep it top of mind. So what you have to do with affirmations is if you decide that your affirmation is my body is perfect as it is now, or I love my body as it is now, you need to say that to yourself vocally or in your head as often as you can throughout the day for days on end. Typically they say that you need to do it for 4 to 6 weeks. And you don't have to say the same one. You can, sometimes what I do is when I'm doing a meditation, I will have affirmations, maybe like three or four, and I will write those 4 on the mirror in my bathroom, and I will leave them there until honestly a day will come, and it's usually, it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 3 months, where you will actually feel it click and you will feel really gratified and feel like you're ready to erase those affirmations. So what it does is by stating these affirmations over and over and over in your head, it begins to reprogram your mind. Studies show that your subconscious mind is the most impressionable right before you fall asleep and right after you wake up. So another great way to do this, aside from throughout the afternoon or the day saying these in your head, like let's say every time you go to the bathroom or every time you open the fridge or the cabinet or wherever is very visual for you every day, maybe a post-it near your computer during the work week. You also want to try and make it a habit of saying these to yourself right before you're falling asleep, like right as you're going to bed, over and over and over again in your head. And you can also find YouTube videos for the themes that you're working on. So let's say it's body image or feeling worthy or feeling confident or overcoming fear, and becoming more brave and fearless. There's YouTube videos that have mantras that you can listen to and play while you sleep with either headphones or a little speaker by your bed. That's actually what I like to do as well. And that way, as you're drifting off to sleep and you're saying them to yourself, it takes advantage of that key period, that key window where your subconscious is very impressionable. And I kid you not, this is exactly like we are downloading new software into your brain, and your subconscious is then going to start acting and start believing and start manifesting essentially these behaviors that you are coding into it. You're getting the fresh version, the fresh download. And what's great is you're actually getting to pick the download that you want. If your goal is to be super confident, you will say to yourself every single day, I am confident 400 times a day. You don't have to count. You don't need to scratch off a number every time, but you're gonna have to do this repetitively, because if you're watching this video, you have committed to yourself that you are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of feeling insecure, or sick and tired of being taken advantage of, or whatever it is that you're dealing with, because everyone's journey is different. I can promise you affirmations are one of the easiest things that you can do to literally kick your fucking life into overdrive and really shift your life and flip the script. So what I like to do, so let's say, let's write the body one. So I literally will take my whiteboard marker and I'll be like, I love my body as it is today. Exclamation point. You can do stars, you can do hearts, whatever you want. You can do little zigzags all the way around it. Whatever makes, because you're going to be looking at this every day for, quite a while. And every time you go up into the kitchen or the bathroom or to the living room, you say to yourself, you look into it. And the cool part I like about mirrors, I'm a big fan of mirror work, which I'll do another video on later. But by looking into the mirror, they say the eyes are the window to the soul, and that is legit true. Look yourself into your eye and say it to yourself. When you start first doing this, it's gonna feel uncomfortable because your programming doesn't believe it. You are forcing yourself to say, no, fuck you, we're done with that shit. We are choosing to say, I love my body as it is today. I am perfect as I am today. I am lovable. I am worthy. I am confident. I am fearless. I am adventurous. I am spontaneous. There's a million that you could do. There's so many. Like literally, it is, I am the creator of my reality. And that's true because you are. You have the choice every day to have a good day. You have the choice every day to change who you want to be, because the only moment that matters is now. Not who you were yesterday, not who you're gonna be tomorrow, right now. So you can either, as I say, there will be a moment in your time, like if this video is perhaps like, it's planting a seed, I hope. But the way I think about a lot of this content on this channel is in terms of the matrix. You can either take the red pill or the blue pill. In the movie, the red pill gives you this profound truth and essentially takes you out of the matrix. And it's an uncomfortable journey, but it is very fruitful. Or you can take the blue pill and continue on your everyday life and continue feeling the way that you feel right now. And close this video, block this channel, and move on with your life and still continue wondering why you're unhappy. Whereas the red pill, it might be difficult to swallow, it might be difficult to process, it's going to take time, this does not happen overnight, but I can promise you, the grass is most definitely greener on the other side, and your mind is going to basically be exploded and blown because so much of your life is going to start getting better because of simple things like writing affirmations on your mirror and telling them to yourself every single day. I promise you from personal experience, these work. There is research behind them, and they are so easy to do. Why not start trying it? Honestly, there will be a day if you do this where it clicks and you will start actually noticing the behavior change in yourself. And that is the most magical moment. And once you start building momentum for yourself, you will have the proof in the pudding that actually makes you want to continue this journey. And for me, my thing was, I've seen so much proof in my own self and my life that I need to share this with people. I feel so passionate about these kinds of things because I have seen the changes in my life and in friends' lives who have done the same thing. And they're oftentimes very easy things that you can do that really don't take a lot of effort. They take a lot of commitment. They take a promise to yourself that you're going to do this. And it just takes time, you know, a little bit of time and a little bit of effort to truly kick your life into overdrive. And again, flip the script. Another really cool thing that made it really fun and easy is it's like an elementary school project. This is another fun one. You can put it by the door, by your bed, by your desk, wherever you start your day, by the coffee pot. That's a good one. It's basically a jar of affirmations. This can be, I Googled a giant list when I first made this. This is like 3 years old. I actually I put the jar away because I felt like I didn't need it anymore. But I kept the papers, so I dug them out for this video. And what you can do is take a giant list of the ones you've got from your journal. There can be, most people have more than one. So if you've got 20, ain't no shame. This is real life. You can also Google them for inspiration and find some that resonate with you. And the whole exercise is about being honest with yourself. Just be like, yeah, I do struggle with confidence. I struggle with rejection, like whatever it is, just be honest with yourself. It's your jar. Like, who cares? Like, if you're not going to be honest with yourself, you know, how can you get anything done, right? So what's really cool is then every day, what you do is you pick out an affirmation out of the jar and that's your affirmation for the day. And this is all, in my opinion, in addition to the core ones that you put on the mirror. These ones are kind of just like, almost like daily mantra cards that you can buy on, where it's like, oh, this is my mantra for the day. These are essentially mantra jars, like every day. So this one says, I am self-reliant, creative, and industrious. And then you say that all day long. And that's kind of something that you can reflect on. Some of my favorite ones that I have from the jar are, I see the good in everyone and everything. This is a really good and powerful one for people who struggle with a negative outlook on life. If you kind of realize that, like, weird, why does this dark cloud always seem to be following me around? Why do people always have conflict with me? Or like, why do weird things always happen to me? The hard truth is it's probably your outlook. That's the truth sauce. That's the difficult thing to face. If you're constantly encountering negative experiences, you might want to take a step back and ask yourself if you are putting negative energy out into the world, because that's honestly what is getting served back to you. That's the honesty. Did you catch that right there? So these are affirmations where you can say, I see the good in everyone and everything. And the next one is, I accept compliments easily and give them to others as well. This one is really great for people who struggle with receiving compliments. Oftentimes people who struggle with worthiness and things like that is they give other people a shit ton of love, but they don't give themselves any. So the key part of that mantra is, I accept compliments easy or I give compliments easily or I receive compliments as easily as I give them. The next one, a really good one, is I am grateful for all the amazing things in my life. This one is really all about feeling like a lack. Like if you look around, even if you feel like you don't have a whole lot, there's always some things that you can be grateful for. Truly. You just have to think about them and notice them because they're right in front of you. Another one is I am proud of my career, my interests, and my passions. This is a lot about like over-identifying with your career or not feeling good enough in your career, not feeling as advanced as you should be, as well as honoring your actual personal interests, because the struggle that I had was over-identifying with my job. Almost my whole identity for the past 15 years in school and work was my career. And I brought my, for the most part, authentic self to work, but I always felt a really intense emptiness and unfulfilling feeling. And I was always wondering why, because I love what I do, but I realized that I was over-invested in my job, meaning I over-identified with it, meaning I am not my job. I am more than my career. I am me, and there's a difference. I am not defined by others' opinions. This is people who really struggle with other people's opinions, obviously, feeling judged, and then adopting yourself or hiding yourself because of other people. This one was huge for me. Definitely a journey in my life, which I can talk about in another video. I am amazing. I am unique. I'm special. I love and accept myself for who I am. I am uniquely amazing and do not need to prove myself to anyone. Ever. You don't. I am kind, I am genuine, I am thoughtful. This one came out of and was actually really simple, but it was really deep for me because in past relationships, a couple of them, my most recent, and even in my family, like I will honor the fact that in high school and growing up, being aggressive was a protection mechanism because I felt like people were always coming for me. Obviously, like being the only gay kid at your high school or one of three, needed a little bit of an armor situation. So I was really tired of people telling me that I'm an angry person because my close friends and my true self know that I'm a really kind, bright, warm person. And so I felt like I needed to reinforce this to myself and truly honor my true self. Then another one, it's like, I deserve all the good that comes my way. There's a lot of self-saboteurs in your head that potentially might be blocking good things that come your way because you don't feel worthy of them. And you do. You are worthy of them. And so that's a good mantra for that. This one's a really good one because it's true for everyone. I am a cosmic gift to this world. Never forget it. But anywho, there's a bunch of these that you can do. And my challenge to you is sit down, write a decent, honest journal entry to yourself. You watch this video to the end for a reason. What are some of the things that you are honestly struggling with and you would love to change? A good way to start also is, what do you wish you were like? Do you wish you were more brave? Do you wish you were more confident? What do you wish? What's your wish list? Those are your affirmations. The goal though is to tie them to something where you feel that negative low vibe energy and flip the script. And then say these to yourself constantly, over and over. I'm serious, like a broken record in your head. Or anytime you catch yourself with your mind spinning, or anytime you catch yourself feeling unworthy or feeling like that body shame, start saying your affirmation right away in your head. So thanks for watching this video. Affirmations are so powerful. I'm super passionate about them. They are one of the easiest things you can do to reprogram the mind that is preventing you from living an awesome life as your authentic self. So like this video if you really vibe with it, subscribe to the channel. I'd love for you to come back and throw into the comments how you're gonna inspire yourself and other people to take on affirmations perhaps over the summer or into the fall. Bye guys.